Everybody, so this is, I know that there's tons of videos out there for the oxygen absorbers and long-term storage of food. This is just my take on it. So I just did these noodles, macaroni noodles, and they're the small type. So you know they're not huge or anything. But they'll fit into these soda pop bottles. And I take the labels off the soda pop bottles. I left this label on just so you could kind of see that the oxygen absorber in there is already working. So those noodles right there, those are 4 pounds of noodles in pretty much 16.9 ounce soda pop bottles. And this is just a soda pop bottle that I have drying out. I've rinsed it out, cleaned it out, taken the label off, and I'm just drying it out. So that's kind of what I do to get them to dry out, so they don't get full of dust and stuff on the inside. And keep them clean, just kind of stack them up and upside down. Garbanzo beans. My wife really likes those. So each one of these, and they're 20 ounce soda pop bottles, and those will hold a whole pound of garbanzo beans. I think actually I think they don't quite hold a whole pound. I did 3 packages, and I had one jar that was about this full, so I didn't bother putting oxygen absorber in it. I just cook it the next time we want garbanzo beans. And then these, and those are 16.9 fluid ounce soda pop bottles, and they're split peas. And you know, you can already tell that they're working. You know, they've been, I did these 2 weeks ago, did the garbanzo beans 2 weeks ago, but long-term storage for those, and I will put those in 5-gallon bucket so I don't have to worry about sunlight deteriorating the quality of the food. And each one of these bottles gets 2 50cc oxygen absorbers. So it gets 100 cc's of oxygen absorber in each one of those bottles, which I was going to figure out the cost of that, but I kind of forgot to figure it out before I started making this video. So I'll just throw that in at the end, little clip. But yeah, I just buy the 1 pound, and I prefer to buy them when they're on sale. But you know, right now I just hardly ever put them on sale anymore. The garbanzo beans, I did get them on sale. They were $1.49 a bag, and the split peas, regular price, $1.69 a pound. And then I was able to get the noodles on sale. 1 pound package. Like I said, you know, that's 4 pounds sitting right there, with just a fraction of enough part of a bag left. You know, it wouldn't fit in. And they were 89 cents for those, each bag. So that was a fairly good deal. You were limited to 5 of them, and I bought 5 of them. And I hopefully will make it back to the store, and they'll still have that deal going on, and I'll be able to get at least 5 more of them. Yep, that's just kind of a quick shot at kind of what I'm doing. My thought behind this is, if I do need to barter and somebody's looking for for food to barter. I can give them, even if somebody's just in need of a meal, I can hand them this and a can of sauce and they have a meal. Or if I'm going on a hike somewhere, I can grab one of these and sauce and obviously something to cook it in, but and I can have a meal with me. Just, you know, split peas pretty easy. It just takes quite a while to cook them, so you know, we usually cook them in our crock pot, so it's an all-day thing for our split pea soup. The garbanzo beans, we usually like to soak those for a while before we cook them, but definitely the noodles make an easy, quick meal. You know, you can have something to eat in about 45 minutes. Yep, and you know, I can use that to just hand out to people if need be, or take it, throw it in a backpack, take it along with me if need be. And quite a few of these, I haven't actually filled up a 5-gallon jug yet of the bottles, but I'm working towards it. And you know, you can fit quite a few of those jugs, those little bottles, in a 5-gallon bucket. And it's really, since it's all dry food, it's really not that heavy. So kind of easy to be able to pick up and move on. Just kind of my insight, thought I'd let you know. Okay, so I just did the math, and each one of these oxygen absorbers cost me about 6.5 cents a piece. I can get 100 cc's for about 10 cents a piece, so that's the way I will go next time. But at the time when I bought these, it was actually cheaper to buy the 50 cc's and put 2 of them together than it was to buy the 100 cc oxygen absorbers. And then kind of another thing with the bottle, when you're filling them up, I don't have a fancy filter or fancy funnel or anything. I just use a paper funnel, and that way it's always clean. I don't have to worry about washing it or anything. I just use it and then throw it away. But usually it helps, especially with the macaroni noodles, if you have somebody else pouring and you're able to hold the funnel and just kind of tap it up and down. I won't be able to show it very well because I'll lose everything, but you know, you just tap it up and down while you're dumping the noodles in, and just kind of helps it to fold down. The noodles are kind of hard to get into the soda pop bottles, but it's not that big a deal. Getting them back out, I figure you're probably just going to cut into the plastic bottle and throw the plastic bottle away, and because like to get them back out is really hard. The beans and stuff, it's not that big a deal; they roll right out. But with the noodles, it kind of gets stuck in the neck. But I figure you're just going to use it a one-time use, so you're not going to carry that bottle around with you. You might, if you know, take the time, if you need a drinking bottle or something, take the time to shake the noodles out. They went in, so they will definitely come back out. It just depends upon what your needs are at the time. I just kind of keep thinking of a little bit of other things I want to say for this. So I'm doing this instead of buying the Mylar bags. This is just an alternative to the Mylar bags. Save money because the Mylar bags are kind of expensive. And then the other thing is if you are doing this and putting the money, the 12 cents into the oxygen absorbers, this isn't meant to. The next time I have garbanzo beans, I'll break into this. I won't do that. These are long-term storage, so I don't plan on. I'm hoping I never have to get into this until, you know, 5, 10 years from now, I will break into them and just use them up so that they don't get too old. But I'm hoping I never have to get into these preps in any sort of an emergency. But I also want to have the insurance of knowing that I do have some foods set aside just in case something were to happen. Barge breaks down, earthquake up here in Alaska, where, you know, if it damages the port enough, then all of a sudden they're going to have to haul food in here by airplane. Well, what if the airport is so damaged they can't land the planes? You know, I mean, there's just too many scenarios that might happen. The bad weather that just happened in Texas, that's a big, you know, what if something like that happened up here where for some reason they weren't able to get the barges in and grocery store shelves were empty for even a week? And it's just nice insurance to know that I have a little bit of food set off to the side for me and my family, and then that opens up the FEMA and the help from the government. They don't have to help me and my family, so I alleviated a little bit of pressure off of a system that's going to be taxed already. And in fact, I can go around to my neighbors if I have some of this stuff built up, and I can offer it to them and just let them know that, hey, I care about you, and I want to make sure you have food too. And if I do this, I believe that that is the right thing for all of humanity to do. Help out your neighbors and help out other people when stuff happens. And you can't say you should have prepared, it's your own fault. I'd much rather be the person that says, here, have a meal on me, and it will get better. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys watching my video.